was still raining when I came out this morning. It rained last night. I don't know what time it started. At 4 a.m. I got up to shut windows. It had been raining before that, but not heavy, so I was worried about it. And it continued to rain and rain and rain and rain. I debated about coming out, so I brought, it's raining under the trees. Can you hear that? I wore my rain jacket, but it gets hot. And it stopped raining when I'm not under the trees. Anyway, it rained and rained and rained and rained all last night. Looks like it's starting again. All right, I'm gonna have to go. Oh, I wanted to give you an update on Ernie and Edna. Okay, I just saw a fox run in front of me and down toward the pond where I last saw the geese. Of course, I'm sure it's long gone. Still hear a goose. But I only saw one the last time I drove ran by. Okay, they're both still there. Oh. Well, that was a little scary. Yeah, you guys okay? There was a fox down here. Well, they seem okay. Not bothered at all. Not bothered at all. I'm afraid to leave them. Seeing that fox. It was just up the hill up there. Will a fox go after a big goose like that? They were fine. No foxes came around, other than the one that I saw. Or if they did, they left the geese alone. So Ernie and Edna are fine. No worries there. Check out this little tree. Isn't that cool? Let me get closer. That would make a great Christmas tree next winter. I mean, just a little one. Except by the time Christmas comes, it'll be buried in the snow. Well, maybe not. Sometimes it doesn't snow until after Christmas. I mean, a lot of snow. We always get snow before Christmas. Always. Always. Anyway, it's a wonderful day. And everything is wet outside. Dutch has been doing some work on his boat. Parts came in yesterday, so I've been making little videos all along. Okay, something came today. FedEx dropped it off. Oh, right
it's made out
here.
of cardboard.
Yeah, except I could already see the wood on the end here. Is it really so heavy they needed 2 guys to take it off the...
Yeah.
So this is...
Back of the boat.
That's not that heavy. They didn't need 2 guys to get that off of there. Am I that gullible?
Yes, you are.
And this box that UPS just delivered is from the fiberglass warehouse.
This is for the floor. It bonds the floor to the hull, and it bonds the seams of the plywood together before we put the flooring down.
Oh, it stinks out here. What you doing? Cutting up fiberglass?
Trying to fit this piece in here.
Yeah, how are you going to get that in there? It doesn't fold or bend or anything. There's a vacuum cleaner sitting here. Holly. So Jack and Dutch are doing this boat project, and I think that's great, even though I don't like to go out on the water. Yeah. Okay. The thought of going out, I should tell you a story. You want to hear a story? When I was a little girl, my uncle had a boat. And he would have it on the lake, and we'd go visit, and he'd take us out on the boat. So one time we went up to visit, and I liked the idea of the boat. I still like the idea of a boat. And so I said, oh, can we go out on your boat? Can we go out on your boat? My older sister and I, we were just a year apart. She would always get to go out on the boat longer than I did, but I think there was a reason for that, because I really didn't like being on the lake. Anyway, we were there for a visit, and I said, well, what about your boat? And finally he said, well, it's not on the water. I'm like, oh, please, 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 can we go out on the boat? So he hooked the boat up to the trailer and took it and put it in the water. And then we got in the boat, and he drove across the lake, and we got to the beach, and I'm like, okay, I'm done. He was so upset with me. But really, I liked the idea of the boat, but I did not like to be on the boat, on the water. That was enough for me, just go across the lake, get that rush. Woo, we're flying across this lake. And then I was done, and he was so upset with me. Well, that was my story about the boat. So I realized that even when I was young, I didn't like being on the water. I liked the idea of it, but I didn't actually like it. I have a feeling that once this boat is water ready and gets out on the lake, that I'm just going to be watching from the shore. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. Okay, what are you doing now?
I'm dabbing the air out. I don't have a fiberglass roller. I ordered some, but they haven't come in yet. So I'm using a brush.
So what you're doing is putting fiberglass in the seams, or are you going to do the whole
I'm
thing?
using epoxy resin. First you put down a layer of epoxy resin like this.
Okay.
Get it all down. And then you put your glass over it.
Fiberglass. Okay.
Like that.
Mm-hmm.
And then you dab more until it saturates it like the edge here. Now you can see where it's white. Everywhere it's white, there's air. And the reason there's air there is because there's a big gap.
What do you mean white? I don't see any white.
Here it's clear. Here it's white. Here it's clear.
Yeah, because there's a gap.
So as you dab it, you get rid of the white, but you're never going to get rid of it all underneath here because
there's a
we're spanning a gap there.
Yeah.
And that was like that before.
So, oh, okay. So then that's okay.
I can drill a little hole in there and put some great stuff in there if I want, but it's not really necessary.
All right. Bye. What's those ducks?